So let's talk a bit today about the single mother. There are so many single mothers, and I say single mothers, but actually there are many single fathers out there too, the single parent. And what distinguishes the single parent from the non-single parent, the parent who is married or in a relationship? The real bottom line is that the single parent only has one source of income in that household. So it's quite a different ball game if you have children and you are married with a spouse, a husband or a wife that is also earning an income. Quite a different dynamic to if it's only you on your own. And if I just consider my own experience and my own life path as a single parent, I've always just had plan A. I have been plan A. There's been no plan B or plan C, no backup plan. So if something goes wrong with my financial situation, it's really quite serious. I've only always had myself to rely upon. And I'm sure there are many single parents out there that can identify with that. It obviously puts a huge squeeze on your finances because we talk about doing financial planning. We talk about balancing our needs of today with our needs of tomorrow. So, being able to live today and yet invest for tomorrow and take care of tomorrow. But if your income is compromised, if you really only have enough money to survive on a day-to-day basis, how can you even still afford yourself the luxury of thinking about tomorrow? I believe in starting small and starting simple, and it's something I've done in my life. And that's the concept of paying myself first. And even if it's a very small amount, it may be 50 or 100 Rand a month, set that money aside. And the concept of paying myself first is actually such a simple one, but so effective. It means that I put myself in the front of the queue. So I always say at payday, the creditors are lining up. They're all coming for their fair share. The school fees, the clothing accounts, the rent or the bond that has to be paid, the transport costs, all of that. They're all waiting for their money. Put yourself at the front of that queue. Pay money into your own account first and foremost, your own investment, and pay yourself first. And that's the only way one can really start, is by making that a priority in your life. And work out your budget, obviously, because one has to work out your budget and you have to live according to your means. So that's often a challenge some single parents face because they might have been used to a better lifestyle, a more extravagant lifestyle. It's really a case of trimming things down. But I want people to take heart because actually there are millions of single parents out there and everybody does survive and everybody makes a plan. And it is important to maintain that balance, to work carefully with your money and to be realistic. And that's another thing that I'm a firm believer in. Live according to your means and be realistic. Don't live in the past. Don't dwell on what was and what you could have had and what you should have had. This is what you have now. This is your reality. So spend according to your reality, but critical, pay yourself first. Even if it's a small amount, as I say, 50 or 100 Rand a month, start small and you will grow and develop that nest egg.